iCarly ended its 6th season run back in 2012, and thankfully a lot has happened to the cast in the last couple years. We're sure you missed seeing the antics of Carly, Sam, Freddie, and the rest of the gang week after week, so we thought we'd fill you in on what the actors who played them are up to these days. Let's start things off with the show's namesake, Carly Shay, played by the talented Miranda Cosgrove, of course. One of the main things that's been going on with Miranda since saying goodbye to the Nickelodeon show, she's attending the University of Southern California. Go girl. And yes, as many fans know, she was accepted to the university but waited a year before fully enrolling, and now that she has, she's focusing her studies on theater and writing appropriate. In 2013, she was cast in a pilot for NBC titled Girlfriend in a Coma, but that didn't end up getting picked up. However, she returned for the 2013 animated flick Despicable Me 2, and it broke all kinds of box office records, so you go girl. She also hinted at a couple big screen projects, such as a film titled The Intruders, as well as possible new music, so guess we'll just have to keep our eyes peeled. Up next, we have Carly's partner in crime, Sam Puckett, played by Jennette McCurdy. Man, where do we even begin with this? Okay, so as we're sure you know, Jennette reprised her character with the spin-off Sam and Cat, where she teamed up with Ariana Grande. However, that show ended its run in 2014 after there were reports of on-set drama and feuds over salary. There's been tons of back and forth between her and Ariana, which, bums us out because we love both of them. However, she did launch a web series called What's Next for Sarah that's loosely based on Jennette's life, a young star whose show gets canceled and has to figure out what's next for her career. She also had another bit of drama happen after she briefly dated Andre Drummond and some racy photos leaked of her. However, Jen hasn't let that keep her down, as she's also gotten into writing. In 2013, she penned a very thoughtful essay about fame for the Wall Street Journal and is reportedly lending her voice to an animated movie titled Almost Heroes. Finishing out the three amigos, we have Nathan KRESS, who played Freddie Benson. We're happy to report that Nathan is totally killing it right now, as he starred in the found footage thriller Into the Storm that came out in summer 2014. Plus, he had a small role in the NBC comedy Growing Up Fisher. He also took part in Freddie W's popular video game High School web series, so yeah, super proud of him. As for Carly's wacky big bro Spencer, Jerry Trainor kept things in the Nick family after saying goodbye to iCarly by starring in the comedy Wendell and Vinny. However, that show was canceled after its first season, but don't worry, because he also reprised his role of Spencer on Sam and Cat and is lending his voice to the upcoming animated series Transformers: Robots in Disguise. If anyone can totally nail voice acting, it's that dude right there. In addition to that, he also voices a character on the animated series Tough Puppy and also recently filmed a TV movie called Living the Dream. We all know Noah MUNCK as Gibby, but what has he been up to since iCarly wrapped? Well, he starred in not one, but two Nickelodeon movies, Nikki Deuce and Swindle, the latter of which also starred Jennette McCurdy, which we forgot to mention. Similar to Jerry, Noah also reprised his role on an episode of Sam and Cat, plus he had a role in a movie titled Hello, I Must Be Going, which is being directed by Courtney Cox. Yes, that Courtney Cox from Friends. On top of all that, Noah also had a role in Tom Sawyer and Huckleberry Finn, which also starred Jake T. Austin. He's also dipped his toe into producing EDM, electronic dance music, and released an EP titled Road Warrior in March 2014. That is awesome. Rounding out our Where Are They Now is, of course, Neville Papperman, played by Reed Alexander. He hasn't done too much in terms of acting since iCarly, though he did stop by to play Neville one more time on Sam and Cat. His main focus has been food-oriented, as he's been involved with First Lady Michelle Obama's Let's Move initiative and also released a book titled Cool Bites, 100 Nutritious, Delicious, and Family-Friendly Dishes. Very cool, indeed. And now you're totally updated on where the cast of iCarly has been. Can you believe it's already been 2 years since the show ended? You gotta hit the comments to talk all about your fave iCarly memory. And while we're on this subject, you can just click right here to see where the cast of Victorious has been up to, and you might be surprised, I was. And you should also subscribe to Clevver News. I'm Misty Kingma. Thanks for hanging out with us. I'll see you around.